Hello friends, welcome to my channel. Today we'll see how to make masala dosa. Sometimes it's really tough to ferment our batter if the climate is winter or it's in negative temperature, but here I am going to show you how you can ferment it easily regardless of your climate conditions. Here I have taken 3 cups of rice. Out of that 3 cup, 1 cup is idli rice and 2 cups of normal white rice. I am measuring in a small bowl, and in the same bowl I will measure other ingredients also. So rice, you can mix both idli rice and white rice, or else you can take only white rice. And now I am going to take 1 cup of black gram dal or urad dal, half cup of moong dal, and now I'll take half cup of chana dal or gram dal, and after that I'll add 1 tablespoon of fenugreek seeds. So take all ingredients and soak it for 10 to 12 hours. If your climate is hot, you can soak it for 6 to 8 hours. After soaking it 10 to 12 hours, you will see little bit of foam on top of your ingredients. So this is the time when your ingredients are ready for the fermentation. So if your climate is hot, it will take less time. If your climate is cold, it will take more time. So you wait till you see the foam on top of your ingredients before grinding. And before grinding the ingredients, wash all ingredients nicely and take out all foam, otherwise you are going to get very bad smell out of your batter. So make sure you wash it nicely before grinding. And now I have soaked just half cup of poha before 15 minutes. It takes just 15 minutes to soak the poha, and I'll mix the poha with rice and dal to grind. Take a jar, take the poha. You can take all poha at a time, or you can mix a little bit with each batch. Now grind it to a fine paste, and don't add too much of water while grinding. And now I am done with my grinding part. I am going to keep it in a pot, and your pot should be big enough so that it will get space for the fermentation. Now just store the batter in a warm place so that it will get fermented easily, and it takes maximum 6 hours to get fermented. Sometimes it takes only 3 to 4 hours also if the climate is hot. So in between, just check whether it is fermented or not, because if you wait long time after it is fermented, then your batter will be sour. So be careful. Once it is fermented, you have to store it in refrigerator. And do not add salt at this time. Add your salt while making dosa. And now for masala, I am going to take 2 carrots grated, 1 big size onion chopped. I am going to heat a pan. Add 1 teaspoon of oil to this. First add your onion and saute for 1 minute, and then take it out. And now we'll repeat the process with carrot. Add 1 more teaspoon of oil and saute the carrots just for 1 minute, not more. And make sure you are not going to add salt in any of these, like with carrot or onion. Do not add salt, just saute it with 1 teaspoon of oil. It is done. Now we'll prepare our masala. For masala, I have taken 4 boiled potato and smash it roughly. We are not going to smash it fully, just roughly I have smashed it, you can see. And now heat the pan. Add 2 tablespoons of oil, and then add 1/4 teaspoon of asafoetida, and then add half teaspoon of mustard seeds, few curry leaves. If you have fresh curry leaves, it's fine, otherwise you can have dry curry leaves also. I am going to add dry curry leaves, and 2 tablespoons of fried chana. Now saute it for 1 minute or till the chana is light golden brown. Then add the sliced onion. I am adding half of a sliced onion, and then we'll add 1 teaspoon of ginger garlic paste and cook onion and ginger garlic paste for 3 to 4 minutes or till the raw smell of ginger garlic paste is gone. And after that we'll add 1 big size chopped tomato. Before adding tomato, we'll add salt and turmeric. I'm going to add half tablespoon of salt and half teaspoon of turmeric. You can add salt according to your taste. And then we'll add 1 chopped tomato. And we'll cook it till our tomato is soft. If you want, you can cover the pan. After the tomatoes are half cooked or it is little bit soft, we are going to add 1.5 tablespoon of sambar powder. This sambar powder is homemade. You can see the recipe of sambar powder in my channel. The taste of this sambar powder is totally different than your market bought sambar powder. Because of the sambar powder, you will get the authentic taste in your masala. After adding sambar powder, just cook it for 1 to 2 minutes, not more than that. And then we'll add the smashed potato to this masala and mix it well so that all flavor will go inside the potato. And if your potato is too dry and you want to add some water, you can add here. It will be easy to mix the masala with the potato. And after adding water, you can cook for another 3 to 4 minutes on low flame so that it will be dry enough. After cooking for 5 minutes on low flame, my masala is ready. And next we'll prepare a chutney. For chutney, I have taken 1 medium size radish cut into small pieces, half cup of peanut, 3 to 4 cloves of garlic and 2 to 3 red chili, and then 1 tablespoon of tamarind. We'll soak the tamarind and half of a onion chopped. And now I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of oil to the pan. And then first of all we'll add the peanut. We'll roast it for 5 minutes on medium heat so that the raw smell will go and you'll get the nice aroma of the roasted peanut. Then we'll soak our tamarind with little lukewarm water. Then add 2 tablespoons of fried chana. This is optional. If you have, you can add, otherwise you can skip it. Just roast it 1 minute so that the chana will be light golden brown, and then we'll add 1 teaspoon of cumin seed in between so that it will crackle nicely with oil. And after that we'll add the radish. Now after adding radish, just cook it on medium heat till 5 to 7 minutes. And after that add onion, garlic and red chili and cook for another 5 to 7 minutes. Here we are not going to add salt and we are not going to cook the radish fully. It will be half cooked. And after it is done, we'll leave it to cool down completely. It takes 10 to 15 minutes to cook it, and after that take it out to a bowl. Allow it to cool down completely, then grind it with soaked tamarind and salt. Add some water so that you can grind it easily. Salt you add according to your taste. After grinding, we'll prepare for the seasoning. For seasoning, this time I am going to take some fresh curry leaves from my own plant. I have a baby curry leaf plant, so I am going to take some fresh curry leaves. And we'll take a pan, heat it and then add 1 tablespoon of oil. Then I am going to add 1/4 teaspoon of asafoetida and half teaspoon of mustard seeds. Allow it to crackle nicely. After that add your fresh curry leaves. If you want, you can add some red chili or green chili here, but I am not going to add more spice. So it is done now. We'll add the seasoning to the chutney. Our chutney is ready now. We'll just make our dosa. See, my batter is fermented so nicely. I'll take some portion of it and I'll add salt to that. But don't add salt to all your batter. how much you are going to use, take that much and add salt to that. And if your batter is little sour, you can add 1 pinch of baking soda. That will help you to cut down your sourness in your batter. Now add salt according to your taste, and if required add some water to make perfect batter for dosa. Now we'll make our dosa. This dosa you need to make it medium heat, don't increase your heat, and we are not going to flip our dosa. One side only we'll cook it and we'll make it crispy from one side. So keep your heat on lower side. Spray some cooking oil if you have, otherwise just put it in a spoon, and then put your carrot and onion which we fried with oil, and then add your masala on top of that. Then just fold your dosa. Now our dosa is ready. You can serve it with chutney. I'm going to show you another shape you can give to your dosa. Just prepare the dosa as usual, and we have to make crispy from one side as I told before. And after it is done from one side, we'll cut it in between till half of the dosa. Don't cut full, so half of the dosa. Then just roll it from one side, make a cone shape, and see, the cone shape dosa is ready. You can keep masala on the plate and you can serve it. Now my dosa is ready. So try this recipe, and I know everybody is going to love this, and this is best fit for your brunch because it's very much filling and heavy also. So try this recipe and let me know how it came out. I'm sure everybody in your family is going to love this. Subscribe to my channel to get new recipes every Thursday, and do not forget to press the bell button to get notification whenever I upload new videos. Thank you for watching.